Nourish Nittel told Win FM's The Bigger Picture that he was convinced that the source of his daughter's illness was the Basseterre High School, despite the skepticism being expressed by the Ministry of Education and the country's chief medical officer.
She's going through what she has to go through. I'm spending my money on her. I've spent close to $3,000 already. Because you see, once you have been impacted by those mycotoxins from the spores, then it will take a while, it will take its course, and you just got to continue treatment. She feels very adamant about attending school because that is a school that she loves. There is no way I'm going to take her from there. I just want the situation to be mitigated to an extent that it doesn't impact her too much. I know in the long run it might be a problem for us all, but in the meantime, she's in fourth form. She has another year or two there.
One affected teacher has gone on the record on social network expressing the view that while Basseterre High was repainted and some work done there, that doesn't negate the fact that more persons are becoming ill. She says teachers and students alike are breaking out in rashes, and she has posted a photo to support that position. Meanwhile, dermatologist Thelma Philip Brown, who the authorities appear to be accusing of politicizing the issue, insists that there is urgent need to tackle the problem head-on. She believes fungal spores are responsible for the rash of symptoms being experienced by students and teachers alike.
The illnesses, let me say, first you get allergy problems, and these are people who already have hypersensitive immune systems, and they're respiratory in terms of maybe some shortness of breath, maybe some coughing, maybe some tightness in the chest, and asthma. Now, those things can be caused by other things, and so it is really a careful history, index of suspicion, and so forth, which would make you think then, okay? Then you have, if the spores are in large enough numbers and depend on the type of spore, they can release what you call mycotoxins, and that's where you might get the itching and burning around your lips and so forth. And then long term, you get different effects, and that would depend on what the fungus is, because the fungus can eventually invade the body. And you don't want to panic people, but at the same time, this is a reality, and more people are coming to realize that they are an issue. Now, when they invade, they can weaken the immune system, which making you prone to other things.
Dr. Brown also gave an example of one student patient whose rashes gave a cause for concern.
But then I saw, I think it was about 2 weeks later, and she had these rashes in her head, looked like fungus. That caused me a little bit of consternation, because whereas I see lots of children in primary school age with fungi in the scalp, you hardly ever see it in children of secondary school age or adults. Even if the fungus is there, usually the system is such at that level that you don't see any manifestation of it. And so that's when I went more into depth now, thinking, well, what could be affecting this child's immune system? And then discovered that she would get, over the past years, she had been having problems. And when she was away from school, like during vacation and so forth, she would be better.
School principal Colin Henry Morton has admitted to being concerned about the situation at her school.
I am not a medical professional. I'm not in the field of medicine, but I'm a bit concerned that we have clusters of students and teachers who are complaining about basically the same things. And I think that would raise an eyebrow in just about any institution. We have teachers who are complaining of itching, burning, stinging. Some have sores in the mouth. You also have manifestations on the skin, red rashes, welts, that type of thing. You have people complaining of nausea, vertigo, lightheadedness, dizziness.
I'm Ken Richards for Win Weekender.